Hey Mike, this is the next tracker that I need, and it's basically an analysis of all the deals that we've done. I don't think it should be too tricky at all for you. Um, I actually did it, but I used count if and sum if. The problem is if I try to sort, like if I want to put these in order by close date or I want to put it in order by MLS, it throws my results off. So I know you can do it cleaner and better than I can. Um, okay, so I really liked how you put all the input on a different screen. If you can move that to a different tab. And here's what we're analyzing. And I had done all these, but again, I sorted and then it scrambled my numbers, so I'll let you redo it. Okay, so let me just go over the input. Here's when it was first. If it was these are mailers and MLS deals. If it was written on the MLS, that's that date. If it was a mailer, it's the date we mailed it. This is the date we closed. This is the difference. How many days did it take? I've got to go back in and fill in all the purchase prices. Shouldn't take me too long. I'll try to do it before I send this. Type is, there's only going to be two types here, MLS or non-MLS. If it's a non-MLS, I go into a little more detail regarding what type of mailer it was, or if it was Z-Buyer. It's basically the source that we got the lead from. Then company, this is helpful because we did another entity with a partner who funded all the mailing and the salary, and we have to split it with them 50-50. That's the FALLC, Fortress Acquisition LLC. And then CVRE is just us. It's only going to be one or the other. Property address, the rep, the type of deal. If it was it should be one of three: wholesale, flip property, or in-house listing. This was the gross commission, which we typically only get on MLS deals normally. The assignment we got, and this is the total gross from that deal. You can get rid of this. Days, I moved it over here. And these are the different, basically reps. Either they get the deal or they sell it. I think I got everyone in there. This is both Erica, but sometimes she just gets a bonus. Sometimes she gets an asset manager. I wanted to separate that out. Fill just means I need to go back in and add a few. There's not going to be that many in this column. Siobhan, Judy, me, Billy, and then any other outside people we had to pay. So this column is simply going to be the gross minus everything we had to pay out, and that's the net revenue to the company. And then this is just some notes. So this is 2016. This is 2017. I know that when you do it, you can just put it in one long thread and it can automatically separate it. So those are the inputs. For the outputs, what I'm looking for is MLS versus NMLS. So total deals. So this would be counting them based on the type, MLS or non-MLS. Gross, which would be M, and then net, which would be net revenue. So the grand total, how did we do with the MLS? And the grand total, how many non-MLS? How many total deals? Gross, total net, average gross per deal, average net per deal. If you could split it by year, 2016, I did this one. You don't have to split it by quarters. I just wanted to see how the numbers looked. This could be just 2017 year to date. So on these columns, I annualized. For my own edification, I wanted to see what we were on track for. You can remove these. I don't need annualized. I can just do that on the back of an envelope. And then this was the grand total. So if you could do 2016, 2017, and a 2018, and maybe even a 2019, or I don't know if you can do it so that if it sees the date, it'll automatically add for another year. But annually is fine. But I do also want to see just the grand total going from 2016 going forward. The next output is MLS only, so it's only the ones that are MLS by rep. And then, so the rep is right here. This has nothing to do with this because this is on the liquidation. So this is just rep here. How many deals did they get? How much total did they gross? So this has nothing to do with, not to be confused with the commissions they earned. What did they net us? Average gross per deal, average net per deal. Same thing, so 2016, 2017 grand total. And then non-MLS by rep. Again, we're just keying off column I. And then this is how each rep did grand total. So it's going to be the total of how many. So Cindy did 7 MLS deals and 1 non-MLS deal, so she did 8. So how did they do total gross, total net, average gross per deal, average net per deal? And this is just broken down by one of the 3 liquidation types. Same thing. How many total deals? Total gross, total net, average gross per deal, and average net per deal. 2017 grand total. And the ones I need additional: total deals by NMLS type. So this won't include MLS. So this would be keying off of column E, but it would also take into consideration the type. So how many FR deals? So it would be, for 2016, it would only be 1. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 SL deals. So 1 for every non-MLS subtype, and then it would just exclude anything that was in the MLS type. Same thing, 2016, 17 grand total. I'd like to see total MLS deals by city, which is column... Oh, interesting. Okay, I need to add a column for that. Let me do that. Okay, I just added that. It probably screwed my numbers up. I mean, not these numbers, but the results. So prop city, I'll enter these in before I send it. We have a code for everything, Palm Springs, etc. I'd like to see total MLS deals by city, keying off of column E. Same thing, total deals, gross, net, average. Same thing with non-MLS deals by city. Then this is a little different. This is the total commissions earned by rep. And this would be good in a separate tab. I'll probably delete these tabs, and you can have just one tab for that. That includes each rep. So this is going to be how much commissions they earned, not what they grossed the company. So that's going to be starting from column P on. If you could just make a row for each one: LML, DR, SE, DMM, MK, TC, 2 for Erica, Siobhan, and Judy, etc. Total commissions. It doesn't have to be in regard to any property, any deal type or anything, just grand total. And there wouldn't be a gross or a net. One more. This one should be easy. Total deals, gross revenue, and net by company type. There's only 2 types. That's column G. And then I said column E, but I've shifted them. Column G. And then total real estate volume is just that's easy. That's just the grand total. I don't care about type either. Just 2016, 2017, and then the grand total. And I'll fill these in before I send it. I think that's about it. I like how you did the inputs on a separate tab by itself. The commissions you can put on a separate tab. All these numbers you can leave on one tab. I think that's it. Hopefully that's fairly straightforward. Call me if you have any questions. That'll be really great to have. And then I can just start adding new data as we go, and I'll have the numbers. Anyway, the last one was really great. We're using it. I'll have one more after this, and then probably some more additional stuff later too, that's similar. Anyway, I appreciate your help. Just call me if you have any questions.